Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to do a quick project. I'm going to attempt to do a quick project. Doesn't always turn out that way. So I have made this today, and I thought I'd show you how I did it. It's a large pocket, and I thought you put a large tag in it. You can either clip it even to a page, or stick it down so it's a big pocket on a page, or you can make two. So it'd probably be quite nice to have it so that you've got one up there and that's too bigger, and then a side pocket in there. That might be a quite nice way to use it. But I have made this so that actually you could use the back, because that is what that is, and all this writing, it pertains to that. So what I did was, I've got this book. It's not an old book, and it just I paid £2 for it, and it's like, you don't have to use always use something that is vintage. Quite like that. Let's go for that one. So let's pull this page out as good as we can. There we go. So when I first got this, I thought, oh, they'd be good. Then I've gone home and I thought, oh, they're quite big. So, you know, maybe not. And it's nice to have the writing next to it, all about what it is. So marshmallow. Didn't realise a marshmallow. That's not got to do with the sweets, is it? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just gonna chop off that little bit there. I've chopped a bit too much off now, because actually, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna chop that top off there where it says marshmallow. Okay, and well, I'll decide on how much of that I chop off in a second. So that's sort of neating it up. So then I took the scoreboard. You could just fold, but I use a scoreboard because I've got one. So I want that bit to be the front, like we've got there. So I'm just going to score down there. So that's our front. I'm going to score, kind of took a ruler so I could kind of see where the picture ends. So yeah, about 1 1/8 there. Down there. So this will be folded. This will be folded. We've got a gap, but that's okay, because that's where this comes in to go on the back, and it tells us what it is. Obviously that's going to be trimmed. Okay, and then for the lengthwise, now most of my pages are 8 1/4 tall, because that is how big an A4 is. So I kind of did it to about 7. So going to go across there. That's 7, and that is how short my pocket's going to be. Okay, so this is going to get chopped down as well. So put this away because we don't need that anymore. I'll get my little guillotine now. So I'm just gonna chop off the bottom of that a bit. We'll go about there. Chop that off. I think I'm going to chop a little bit off the top there. And then that will be fine. That will be fine. This I'm just going to chuck, Could keep it for something, but I'm not. It's not vintage book paper. I'll keep that for things, but not this. So I'm going to get my bone folder and give this a good burnish. So it's just a different way of looking at some of your books and how you might use them. So we want to cut these two corner bits off. So I'm going to cut up there and cut up there, and I'm going to slightly, ever so slightly, slope it up. Don't know if you can see there. That's what I've done. Now I want to cut this side to be the same so that the flaps match, because I'm going to fold it up on the outside. So I want it to match as much as possible. So just hold that there as a guide to me going up. And then right before, just come up ever so slightly, because that helps with the folding of that up there. And then this, we need to slice a bit off the bottom. So if that's going to get stuck right at the top there, I need to slice a bit more off. So we'll take that off there. So I will bring the big one in to make our, I really only need the bit that's got the words on. So I'm going to cut. On the other one I had a bit more of a gap. It's not very straight, Jez. I don't quite know how you did that. Maybe because the top's not straight, possibly. Seems straight. That's better. Better. Right. So that's ready to be glued down there. Very cool. So I want a little round at the top there. I'm going to get my 1.5 inch circle punch. Eyeball it for the middle. And then I'm going to do some inking. Get rid of these bits I don't need. So we're going to see most of this, because it's going to get glued on the outside. Not going to see the bottom of it. You could tea dye this if you wanted, or coffee dye if that's your preference. And I may well do that at some point. Don't need to go down there because that's going to get glued. Don't need to go down there. I'm thinking on this project just inking around the edges will be enough. I might use my blending brush a bit on the front. I think I did on the other one. Yeah, just looking at it, I definitely did. And you could do these to the seasons. So I've just done an autumn journal, so could have done one with autumn autumn theme. And that would look good in pockets, although the journal I did was a mini journal. So there we go. Yep, liking that, liking that, liking that. So then we're gonna glue this in place first before we glue that up. So I'm gonna get a bead of glue. I seem to have lost on the mess that is my desk right now my small, oh there it is, it migrated to the wrong side. So I am just going to put a bead along the edge here, and on here, and then either side of this. There we go. And we'll just gonna put a little bit along the top there. To glue that top in place. So that in place there. Check no glue has oozed, and then we're gonna stick this down so we want glue just along the edge of the bottom here, and then on this, just come down ever so slightly, but not all the way to the bottom. And that is my little pocket, and then I'm just going to use my blending brush. Come in there. Do the same on this side. That's it. And I mean, I may well, when it comes to adding to a journal, add some stamping to it, but that's it. So this one's a little bit narrower, so it does depend. That'll be why I had a larger gap, actually, because I didn't fold this one over so much. So I kind of was dictated to by the size of the picture. And then there's a tag ready, which I just need to decorate to go in. So that is my quick little make of making pockets. So it's a good way of using large book pages that have got large illustrations on. You're thinking, how am I going to use that? Well, that's the idea I came up with. And as I say, what's on the back is about what's on the front. I mean, you're missing a bit off the bottom, but I just thought that was quite cool to have that. Okay, so there we go. Hope you like that. Obviously you can decorate your tag however you like to go with it, depending on the theme of your journal. Will be quite handy to have a few of these pockets made ready to go. That's why I've done them. Okay, so you could have a little bit of a mass make with them. They're not hard to do. All right, bye for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you again very soon.